Guten Morgen, Bitcoin. Heute ist Dienstag, der 3. Oktober 2017. Ich bin Justin Carter und bei mir ist Thomas Hunt. Und das passiert heute in Bitcoin.
The price of Bitcoin is down 3.22% in the last 24 hours, with a last of 42.97, a high of 44.59, and a low of 42.97. Our top story: the feds collected only $48 million from their seized Bitcoins. The U.S. Justice Department finally received their money for the 144,336 Bitcoins that they sold when they cracked the Silk Road in 2013. As I said, at the time, the federal government should have saved the Bitcoins and they would have been able to build more Smithsonian museums, which I like very much. Unfortunately, the government sold their Bitcoin far too early with an average price of $334, meaning that they could have gone at least 10x and a little more if they'd just been willing to hold. Poor government. Meanwhile, Ross Ulbricht drops his claim to the millions of dollars raised in the Silk Road Bitcoin auctions. Previously, Ross had been claiming that he should have the money from the auction, unfortunately, and now he has lost and given up the claim. He is still waiting for a new appeal of his sentence, which was a life sentence for a non-violent crime against the corrupt and hated drug war. Bitcoin is creating stark divisions on Wall Street. Bulls and skeptics are both making wagers, and they are quite at odds. Goldman Sachs is flirting with Bitcoin trading, considering setting up shop as an exchange, saying that in response to client interest in digital currencies, we are exploring how best to serve them in this space. This would be a very exciting news if Goldman Sachs began offering Bitcoin trading. Chinese exchange OKEx hacked for $3 million, but no one cares. A user with a German IP participated in BTC-ETC trading, sold all of his Bitcoin, and canceled the orders. OKEx belongs to OKCoin, which is a major Chinese trading platform, but apparently, since China has banned Bitcoin, they now have no interest in cracking down pyramid schemes and other scams. What the success of Bitcoin tells us about the power of storytelling. A great article from Forbes that discusses the difference between, say, airline miles and the incredible Bitcoin. The main difference: airline miles are completely centralized and owned by the airlines, whereas Bitcoin has the incredible story of the mystery genius Satoshi Nakamoto, the Prometheus who brought fire to man and then left without being chained to a rock, without having his liver picked out by an eagle every day. Who's smarter, Prometheus or Satoshi? Perhaps he's more like Epimetheus, forethought instead of afterthought. For more on this and other stories, we're joined by Jimmy Song. How's it going, Jimmy? It's pretty late there, huh?
Oh God, it's so late. It's 2:40 in the morning. I actually was going to go to sleep, and then I saw that you guys were going to go on the air. It's good to be back on this show. It's been a long time. I wanna cover some stuff that's happened. Obviously, there was a Bitcoin Cash emergency difficulty adjustment that caused people to just basically mine their chain really quickly, and then it adjusted back, and now everything's super slow. So I think there was like maybe one block in like 3 hours or something like that. I imagine this is just gonna keep happening. There's gonna be cycles of this stuff, and depending on what happens with 2x and whatever measures that they put in, this is going to be likely for a lot of other things. I've been watching Bitcoin Cash more so I can learn about what hard forks are going to do. So anyway, that's the major story. Other things going on are mostly around sort of atomic swap-like things. I think there's also a bet going on between Roger Ver and a bunch of other people. It would be very interesting to see if those could be done on an atomic swap way, so no one could back out of it. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be what they're doing right now. So yeah. Other than that, there will, we'll see which exchanges and miners are going to support 2x. That's going to be sort of a big deal going forward in the next month and a half. Who declares for who? It really does feel kind of like Westeros, and who's going with which party, and it's going to be an exciting time. Let's just hope they're dragons.
We'll have to get all of my banner men and have them ready for the big fight. All right, thanks, Jimmy, for that update. And now just to remind everyone to like and subscribe, as it says in this great artwork by Ham Sammy on Twitter, good friend of ours, used to help us with the Bitcoin podcast here. And now, as you're liking and subscribing this video, we're also joined by Tone Vase for a check of the current markets. How's it going, Tone?
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm now in Prague. I got here late last night. I'm gonna go walk around later today, so it should be fun. Heard it's a very nice city. I'm gonna find out. Tomorrow evening, I'm still having my little seminar. There might be a seat or two left, so email me, tone@protonmail.ch for my consulting in-person sessions. Fits about 10 to 15 people. All right, so let's jump onto the market. Let's do application and here. All right, so as Jimmy was saying, the Bitcoin mempool was kind of full because everybody was insta-mining B-Trash, and now it has once again cleared up. So people were upset that their transactions were taking an extra long time to clear on Bitcoin because the mempool filled up, but that was because everyone was mining. The other side, because of basically just straight up profits, it's good to see SegWit transactions coming in. Here's the really interesting part. Like Jimmy is fascinated by what's going on with the way hard forks work. This is what I'm looking at as a chartist. So once right now the profitability of Bitcoin is 100 times more than, so it's double the profitability not to touch Bcash. Now, once the profitability of both of them, like in the beginning, this thing was oscillating like crazy. Once it got to parity, what those fools should have done is they should have lowered their giant adjustments and kind of evened it out, but instead they left it as is. So now what's happening is they dropped profitability that was way too low. Then on the flip side, the profitability was way too high, and now the profitability is way too low. We might end up in an environment where this thing starts to oscillate even more, like a big earthquake coming in. And when I click the next link, keep an eye in the upper right-hand corner, because it'll notify you how many blocks have been mined. So this ratio was completely reversed before. So Bcash was mining like 100 blocks for every 5 blocks of Bitcoin, and now their mining has dropped to 0 once again. And this is just crazy. And Bitcoin is like Bitcoin is always every 10 minutes. Like that hasn't changed at all. You can see it right here, and then you have this giant oscillation. So this is just insane. Also, check out my website. I updated the Learn Trading section, and this is where lots of links here. So if you are new to trading, oops, I need to update it. I have fully filled it all out. So definitely check that out if you are. There it is. Like a lot of stuff here, a lot of links. This is like a month of homework for those looking to attend trading courses. All right, let's just jump onto the price. Weekly, nothing has changed. We are on a countdown 9 that exhausts this 9's uptrend. We're also on a brand new 1. So again, the weekly chart is neutral. I'm waiting for this week to close at a green 1, and then next week to have a higher high to be bullish once again on a weekly level. The daily level is what I've been focusing on lately, and for at least the last 3 days, I've been saying that, hey, watch out Monday. Monday, you might have a 1 to 4 day correction, either Monday or Tuesday. I mean, you can't time these things perfectly. So I tried timing it with these arrows. I came somewhat close, didn't go as high as we liked, didn't go as low as I thought we might. And let's see what happens here, right? Because the weekly chart is neutral, I'm not as confident that this 9 is going to be a 1 to 4 day correction versus the other two possibilities of going straight down and making another 9 on a daily, or ignoring it and going straight up. It's obviously not being ignored. So now let's hope we get a 1 to 4 day correction. I would be more confident in the 1 to 4 day correction if we were, let's say, somewhere in a 6-7 range and not neutral on a higher level scale. So I'm not going to add anything to this chart. Maybe I'll adjust this arrow a little bit like that, because I don't know how long this correction might be. It's possible it's also over, and we're just going to stay here for another day or two and then bust out higher. But the charts are bullish. Here's the 4-hour chart. Nothing really telling. I did call out this 9 for a 1 to 4 day, 1 to 4 candle correction, then higher. We did reach my arrow perfectly. I was hoping to get a 9 before another sell-off, but hey, you can't get them all. And the hourly chart, I mean, this was a nice signal on the hourly chart to take a profit. Ever since then, it's been choppy. The hourly chart looks like it wants to go down to about 41.50 area. So let's see if we can get 9 red candles down into 41.50 and then bounce. I mean, it's a weird environment right now, but I called along in Bitcoin at 4,100, and I'm staying with it. I mean, there's no reason to doubt that. Again, here's Bcash. They got a little bit of a bump because of the insta mining, but also when it's being insta mined, it's also being insta sold. So now let's see what happens when nobody can mine it and nobody can sell it. But we're below a Mendoza line of 0.1. So let's see how low it can go. That's pretty much it for me, other than, you know, join us in Prague. It should be a lot of fun. And then Jimmy and I will be speaking at BlockCon. There's Jimmy. BlockCon on the 10th of October. I have my seminar on the 12th of October. It's now been updated with a venue. And after that, I got other trips that I'll talk about later on. And Thomas, that was good art. Let me pull up mine. I believe I retweeted mine. I don't tweet that often. Did I retweet mine? There it is, right? That's the picture that Sammy wrote, that Ham Sammy did for me. So I found this very amusing as well. So that was cool. Thanks, man. Back to you.
Let's see. I'm trying to get the Jimmy one ready so they can see Jimmy's as well. Because yeah, Sammy did one for kind of all of us. And it's been really fun. It says, Jimmy, I've got an article coming out. Song, extremely neutral. So that was funny. Thanks, Tone, for that update. Like Tone said, we're going to be in Prague soon. Just some more minor updates here. I had a great time last night with the Berlin meetup at Fabelhoft. Unfortunately, room 77 was closed, but we got to hang out with the guys there, had a good time. And then Ksenia joined us. She's done some videos for World Crypto Network from the past, so it was great to meet her in person. And we got her to join the No 2X movement, although a little later she splintered off and joined the Fuck 2X movement. So she's on her own there, but it's fun stuff. Today's German Unification Day, so I might get out and try to celebrate that. That'll be great fun. And then we want to say a sad and fond farewell to Tom Petty. Just a little bit of one of his songs. This is Down South from the album Highway Companion, a late album for a great artist. He said, heading back down south, gonna see my daddy's mistress, gonna buy back her forgiveness, pay off every witness. One more time down south, gonna sell the family headstones, drag a bag of dry bones, make good on my back loans. So if I come to your door, let me sleep on your floor. I'll give you all I have and a little more. Tom Petty, 67, great artist. And I wanted to recognize Paloma, one of my hosts, for her artwork today. It's not Bitcoin themed, but it is very cool and very big. And I linked to that on my Twitter, and I'll probably link to it again later. Try to edit the description. It's hard to get everything ready perfectly before we go, but thanks to Paloma and Justin for hosting me, and Little Cheska. And as always, if you like the show and you've got some extra Bitcoin, you want to send us like 10 or 20 bucks, that'd be cool. I'm traveling Europe. I'm in Berlin. I'm going to Prague. Obviously, that's expensive, and YouTube videos don't really pay that well. So thanks, everybody, for your support. Make sure to give us a like and a share. Subscribe if you haven't already below. And we'll be back tomorrow. Until next time. Oh, Jimmy, go ahead.
I have a show later tonight. We're going to announce the winner of the scholarship for the Programming Blockchain Seminar in Santa Monica. And we're going to talk to the people that are providing it, the Pinpoint people. So it'll be interesting. So that will be on later today, I guess, depending on what time zone you're in. It's kind of hard to tell. But yeah, it will be on Tuesday, October 3rd. I think it'll be like 7:30 Central Time. I don't know what that is GMT. I think it's like 1:30 GMT or something like that. So anyway, we'll figure it out, and I'll tweet that out tomorrow. Just wanted to let people know that that's going to get announced. So if you applied, that's when you find out.
Very cool. Much suspense. And we've got some great content with Jimmy's programming seminars and Tone's trading seminars. So you can check those out. And also, I would suggest people check out the prerequisites. It's a way of learning before you're ready to learn. And maybe you're wondering if you're ready for the blockchain programming, or you're wondering if you're ready for the trading seminar. And now you can get some practice in before it's time to go. But until next time, bye-bye.